So I talk about my experiences in mental hospitals a lot on this channel, but there's something that I haven't actually talked to you about. It's the environment that these hospitals were in. So let me go through a couple of environments that they've been in and how that affected my treatment. So, in the first mental hospital I was sent to, it was in the middle of a, for lack of better words, forest. It was in the middle of an area where it was very heavily forested and a bit away from roads. I realized that when they brought me in the ambulance over, they went down this dirt road, took a couple weird turns. Then again, I was facing out because in the ambulance you're facing out the back window, not facing forward. So I'm just over here on my phone texting my friends, and I'm like, I'm in a ambulance. I'm going so fast. But yeah, the first mental hospital I stayed in was in this forest area. When the doctors trusted me enough, I was allowed to roam the sort of outside playground kind of thing. It was interesting. We played a little bit of football, we went to the pools, it was nice. And it was secluded, which is one of the big ups for it. And also, there was a very close location to where I lived. That may be giving out a lot of, that may be revealing too much, but regardless, it was a wooded area. It had trees. It was very enclosed, for lack of better words. So, that was the first one. The second one was in the middle of a city. Downtown Honolulu, right smack dab in the middle of the city. And I might as well just say what it is, because there's only one mental hospital that is actually there, or at least hospital that has a psych ward there. It's Queens Medical. It's medical something, I forget what it's called, but anyway. Queen Liliuokalani's hospital that she founded, I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure about that. I think she did. That's why it's called Queens. But regardless, it was in the middle of a city, and the constant sound of cars and bustling people, and every single time we went into this courtyard area, there was like this basketball field, and we could play soccer, and then it was a courtyard. It was this little section, and it had these gigantic walls, so none of us could like climb over and get out of there. So it was very obviously in the middle of a city, because you'd be able to hear the cars, and you'd be able to hear people yelling, and you'd be actually, fun thing about that, when I was in the processing room, which is this padded room downstairs, way downstairs underneath the ER, I could hear the actual ambulances coming in. I could hear the sirens, and I could hear the people coming out, and there were, let's just say, it's a very stressful situation when you're going through psychosis and you can physically hear people screaming about how much pain they're in, and it's very disconcerting. I mean, of course it's an ER room, so of course it's gonna be very bustly and very chaotic, but kind of something I wasn't really used to. So the third mental hospital I went to, this was also in the middle of a city, but it wasn't downtown. Was it down? I'm not sure, but it was Kahia Malie. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not even sure if that's the correct name, but it was the Kahia, whatever. It was a mental hospital. It was in the city, and we were actually able to leave and go on these excursions. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I mean, English isn't my best language, even though it's my only language. I'm not getting good at English, but regardless, that mental hospital was in the middle of a city, and we were actually able to leave. We could go downtown. We could go to Fort Street. We could go to the art museums. We could go to literally anywhere. We even took a car ride. Technically, it was a van ride. We took a van ride over to Kahala Mall, and we hung out at Kahala Mall, and I got some earphones from there because I had a GameStop card and I didn't know what to use it for. I got it for Christmas a couple years ago, and I didn't know what to use it for, so I was like, oh, you know what, I might as well buy a headset. So I bought a headset, or earphones, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't really know what the exact terminology is. All I know is that you put it on, connect it to your phone or something or whatever, and you listen to music. So that was my third mental hospital stay. But throughout every single iteration, there was a uniqueness about it. In my first mental hospital, it was the fact that I was able to take a hot shower. in private, in peace, while the bathrooms were completely separated from the main area. It was separate from the bedrooms. It was separate from the room where you take your meds. It was secluded into one building, but it was very private. Whereas in my second stay in the mental hospital, it was very not private, because they throw you into a shower with like 3 other people, and you're all just standing there. You know, there are stalls. Imagine you're in a bathroom and there are stalls. That's exactly what it was like. You just walk in there. The workers will say, okay, which one do you want? And the third and fourth one were the ones that actually had warm-ish water. So we would go into either the first or fourth one. Whoever was picked first to choose would always choose either the first or fourth one, because those were the only ones with hot water, and it was a lot less private. Plus, the second mental hospital I stayed in, it was literally just one long hallway, a courtyard, and another long hallway. So it's not exactly the most private thing ever. But aside from the bathrooms, the thing about the second mental hospital I stayed in was the fact that it was freezing. You kind of come to expect that from a hospital. Even in the first mental hospital I was in, it was very cold. But the second mental hospital I was in, it was so much colder. It's a hospital. Of course it's going to be cold. But it was so much colder. And the third one, the one that stands out the most about me, was right across the road there was a Zippy's. And a Zippy's, if you're not from Hawaii, a Zippy's is a restaurant. Bakery / restaurant / catering place / all around good food place. Very good. Oh no, very, very good. Omae wa kono shopu wa ii desu. But yeah, there was a Zippy's right across the road, and in my breaks, I would just walk on over. It wasn't even across the road, it was across the parking lot, actually. So I'd walk over through the parking lot, and I'd order a pastry and a coffee, and I'd have little coffee cups, and they say you can get refills, so I would buy a coffee cup, leave with the coffee cup, come back with the coffee cup, and then get a refill, which technically I don't think is allowed, but that's just something I would like to do. So that is my little experience about what made my stays in the mental hospital special. I'm doing a little new thingy with my hair, and I got these cool new dangling earrings. You can't really see it because my hair gets in the way, but yeah, that's an update on my life. That's an update on what I've been doing, and I hope you enjoyed. A lot of new people are coming in, which I appreciated. As always, if you guys are in an emergency and you need help and somebody to talk to, I have links down below. And if you want to DM me, go ahead, DM me. My Instagram, Twitter, whatever is down there too. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Ahui ho, malama pono. You can probably hear my dog, by the way. She's barking her head off.